Okie dokie. Okay, so on the first of the month, I usually do all my organization, but yesterday was Sunday and I did a family day. And so today, we're gonna do it today. And it's been a long day for me, so keto energy it is. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do to get organized. I have a combination of organizational things I do. Some of them are on the computer. Some of them are on our binder. And so I want to show you guys. Okay, hold on. Okay, I just had to remind my leadership chat that I'm going to share my screen, and so whatever they say is going to be shown to everybody. Okay, so, all right. Share screen. I am drawing a blank. You guys, my brain is not working today. And cue everyone else who's using our diamond chats now. Really, guys? Okay, sharing my screen. All right, this is our team page, okay? So a few things first. If you don't know where to get, there's a few documents that I use from the company, okay? So it's gonna be Steps to Success. Our Steps to Success, you can get, oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, I know you guys think you're being cute, but you're not. You're about to, okay, there we go. Okay, y'all are about to be grounded. Okay, thank you. All right, Steps to Success. You guys are gonna find this in eSuite. You go to eSuite, you go to Documents, and you can type in Steps to Success. You'll be able to print out a bunch of these. I use these just to show myself what I'm doing. Once I've completed one Steps to Success, it's like a victory, you know? So I like to at least have one of these, at minimum, one of these filled out. So if you guys don't know what Steps to Success are because you're brand new, make sure that you talk to the person that enrolled you. And then they will talk to you. So this is definitely in my, I have paper copies of this. So this is in my binder. So you can print this off on eSuite, okay? The other things that I have in my binder are as follows, okay? So you're gonna go to Files. And like I said, if you're not in our team page, I will put these items in the Diamond and Up page, and your presidential leader can grab it from there. Okay, so I have a few things. So one of the first things I have is our product cheat sheet, because you guys, even as a presidential diamond, like I don't know everything about everything. And sometimes I forget things, or I'm in a hurry and I just don't have time, and I don't want to bug, I just don't want to bug our diamond chats and like blow them all up and stuff. So I have our product cheat sheet. Kat is the one usually updating it, which we greatly appreciate. And so you guys can use that. If you guys are picture people, right? Like let's say you're like, I want to be able to see the picture, see what the product looks like or whatever. The company just came out with new product catalogs, okay? You can find those digital copies in eSuite. So if you go to eSuite and you type product catalog, okay, then it will come up. So that will have like the picture version. And then this one right here in our chat, our team page is just like a written version, okay? So I have that because like I said, I don't know everything about everything, and sometimes I need information right away. That is a good resource. So part of this business, even though your sponsor is here to help you, this is your business. And so you guys have to be resourceful, okay? So even though we have all the info for you, it's best to be resourceful. And this, I think right here, this product index, I believe, if I am not mistaken, is the new product catalog. So you actually don't even need to go to eSuite, because I'm pretty sure I put it inside our team page. I don't know what my internet is doing right now. Okay, that's a problem. This is gonna take all eternity. Oh my Lord. Okay, there you go. All right, so this is the version that you can have printed if you want like the colored version, right? Because then this will tell you what basically the company's word for word of like what the product does. Kat's version has a little bit more info, but as you see, like they both have the retail and the loyal customer price, I think that this, both sheets are super helpful. So it just kind of depends on you and what you like. If you like visual and you want to see like, oh, this is what it looks like or whatever, then awesome. This is a good go-to. If you're more like me and you're a little bit more green and you need like a little bit more info, then I would do cats. Or you could use both, doesn't matter. Okay, so first thing I have is the products, okay? The second thing is whether you have a big team or not, I have all of the charts, okay? So like you guys can see my binder's pretty damn big. I also have a pretty big team. So I like to stay on top of it. But if you're, for example, like if you're going for Ruby, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have plenty of Ruby charts, but then you're also gonna want the rank above that. So you're gonna want Emerald too, because what I noticed is like when I was shooting for like I said, let's say Ruby, it was exciting to be able to start filling in my Emerald chart as I went, uh-oh, that's not what I wanted to do, sorry. To fill in my Emerald chart too. Okay, so our team page has all of the charts in it. So you guys will see like it says, you know, we have an executive chart, a double diamond chart, the diamond chart. I really should probably go in here and label these so that they're a little bit nicer, but that's okay. And then the Emerald chart. So I'm gonna pull up the Ruby chart because I wanna show you guys something. I'm gonna have that preview and that pop open. And then I also wanna show you guys something else. So I borrowed this method. Actually, Araceli saw it first, but she borrowed this method from Chantel. And, oh, someone has a question. If you have questions, just drop them in the chat because I'm a freaking squirrel, okay? Ooh, what? Oh, it's Lachelle. Okay, hold on. Let me unshare my screen. Where's she at? Hi.
Hi. So really quick, while you're on this video, because you're talking about it right now, and I literally just uploaded it to our leadership page. Go to the leadership page really quick, because if it's something that you want to talk about, then we can talk about it right now. Go to the leadership page and look at the video I just posted, but look in the comments of what I just made for rubies.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to stop you, but I just figured if you're going to be on an organization Zoom, you might as well maybe talk about this.
Okay, hold on. Let me look.
I'm so excited. We get both Lachelle and Nicole right now. I love it. I'm in love.
Lachelle's organization is like OCD status. Like,
well, if you want me to talk about it really quick, it'll only take me like 2 minutes to explain it, and then you can upload it to your team page.
Yeah. So is this the same thing that Chantel uses?
So it's very, very similar, but so Chantel just goes with the current volume that they have and the volume that they need. I like kill trees all the time, and I have to have it all written out. Do you want me to just explain it really quick, and then they'll just have it, like you can just upload them the file? Because ours it's different because she doesn't write out the volumes on it.
Oh, okay. So I guess so I taught her piece of paper totally differently then. Because like I didn't know how she did it. So I took her piece of paper and I basically taught it. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and explain it.
I'll just explain it really quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to like come in and interrupt. You guys know me. That's just exactly what I do. Like, hello, Lachelle's here. Everybody pay attention to me really quick. Sorry.
We love it.
Okay, so I will have Nicole post this to your guys' team page too. I just put it on our leadership page. I literally made this 20 minutes ago. So basically, I have a ton of rubies that were so close last month, and I'm like, I kill so many trees when I do like volume counting. I'm like, I just need a sheet. All right, I just need a sheet. And what I did, she'll post this to your guys' page, so it's who's promoting, and then I put the box, so it's like, you know, the Ruby chart, so that she can put it in. And then right here, how I always have done it is I've always written out all projected volumes. In the beginning of the month, I always write it out, but what I had seen happening is I would rewrite it. I would constantly be rewriting it because I, you know, eat on this or spill keto coffee on this or whatever, and I have to make a new one. So this is going to be the safe, not in keto coffee's way. But basically, I wrote, for instance, I sent this to every girl that's going Ruby, and I filled it out, and I sent her a picture of it filled out, and it's going to be what we send back and forth to each other throughout the month. Just a picture of whatever we're sending back and forth to each other. What I always do is I always write out all the projected volumes in pencil. I usually just do this on paper. This is where this cool little worksheet comes from now. Then as the volumes run, as the auto ships run, I write over them in pen. And then I even have a little key. It says pencil hasn't ran yet, pen has ran, or a new order. And then underline means declined. So it's like, you know, when we check volume, when they want to be checking their volumes every single day, I always teach them how to look at downline orders and stuff like that. So if anything declines, they can, you know, they can update me with their sheet every couple of days. And then like, you know, their executive being commission qualified. And then like just now, Kim, I had just talked to her about this, all right? She's like, okay, well, I just enrolled at Loyal for 55. Where should I put it? She's like, how about right here? She sends me a picture of it. And then we both wrote it in pen right here because that's where she's going to place it. And at the very bottom, I just left an area for notes because we do like pump volume. And that's where, so it's like I did it in notebooks, and then I'll give them a to-do list, all right? And then like underneath of their charting, I'll be like, all right, so-and-so has perk points, or I want you to reach out to this customer and be like, offer these 3 customers a cleanse because their auto ships off, but we need that box of 400 or whatever. Well, instead of texting him that, I'm just going to literally write it in the notes section, take a picture of it, and send it to him and be like, look at my new notes. And so this is just something that it's like a go-to sheet for like, I'm going to make one for Emerald and Diamond, but like I said, I just made this like within the last hour. And so when I popped on and we started talking about like volume tracking and stuff, I'm like, I just made one of those things. Here you guys go. Okay, that's it. Bye. I'm going to stop talking. I'm not talking the rest of the time, I swear.
You're fine. So I use a pen pencil method too. I like the old fashioned charts, but we actually just snagged, and that's what I was showing them how to do, is how to actually do the projected volumes. But I know that there's a bunch of people like old vets like me that like the old charts. And so they're going to probably like that version better. I'm going to push because it's that time again where my sun starts getting in my window. So there you go. There you go. Okay. So you guys have a few options. It just depends on what you guys like. If you like the old fashioned version, like where we used to, you know, y'all know how to do it. I'm going to pick on Araceli right now. So, you know, like we write the name in pen, and then in pencil, you would write what their projected volume is. So you can do that on this. Or, like I said, we kindly just stole, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. We borrowed. We borrowed Chantel's, oops, that's not it. Damn it, where'd it go?
She was kind enough to share in a
Yes,
leadership page.
Okay, where is it? See, I told you, there we go. Okay, should reprint these, or should rename these. Okay, or Chantel's version, which is the new, I just posted these like, I don't know, last month. So what Lachelle just showed you is basically like pretty much a hybrid between the two. So I'll upload that too, but it's all essentially the same information. Okay, so I'm just going to use Ruby because it's the easiest. Okay, you, no matter what version of this chart you're looking at, you have to be commission qualified. Okay, so this just kind of helps you with the organization part. Like this particular one is, if you don't have a colored printer, that's fine because it's coordinated by like asterisks and name. And so you know exactly what it is that each person needs. Projected volume, if you are new and don't know how to project volume, I am going through all of the names that commented on that post about wanting to promote, and I'm showing you guys how to do that. But essentially, you would put here what they're expected to have this month. Once all the auto ships run from all the customers, and then the volume needed is subtracting what you need for them to promote and what they have. So you can do this method either on this one like I used to, or do still, depends on like what chart I'm working on. You can use one of these. You can use the hybrid version. Like it's there and available to you. For me personally, I have multiple copies. Like I have a bunch of sheet protectors. Like I went out to the dollar store and I bought a crap ton of sheet protectors because if anyone's like me, you guys steal stuff. So I have like a boatload of whatever it is that I'm doing. Like I'm working on Kat's chart. So like I have her chart like up. So it happens to be up at the front. So with that being said, I have in here my handy dandy binder. I find that charting is one of those things that you just have to do with pen and paper. Like it's really hard to do it on the computer. You could, if you really wanted to, I guess you could make an Excel sheet. I don't have one to give you. You'd have to make it on your own. But I have a bunch of these. So like I'm all about teaching layered leadership. So I don't want to do this for you. I want to show you guys how to utilize the tools that are there so that you can teach your new people as they go. Okay, so whatever method you're comfortable with, let me know, and we're going to teach you that way. If you want to use, like I said, this one, the one that's on the screen, if you want to use the hybrid, whatever the case may be, I don't really care. I just want you to pick one. And as you, like, let's say your person gets chartered for executive, that's the next thing you're going to do is you're going to bust this out with them, and then you're going to show them how to project volume. You're going to show them how to get to that promotion. You're going to show them how to break down, like, let's say Sally Sue only needs, 100 in BB. You're going to show them how do I break that volume down? I have like 2 more weeks left in the month. Okay, well, 100 BB divided by, I'll give you 8 days. So you want to, this is an organizational tool that's also going to help you with layered leadership. So if you're working, I don't care what rank you're working towards, you want to be able to come up with, like I said, whatever works for you, and be able to duplicate it and help people as they go. Because once you get to honestly, once you get to diamond, it gets really overwhelming when you're trying to do everybody's charts, and then you're trying to go double, and like you're trying to keep track of everybody's everything. You want to be in constant communication with the people that are in the promoting spots, because like I said, when you're going presidential, when you're going ambassador, like you want to be able to make sure that everybody is all on the same flow. Okay. So when I'm talking about the charts and projected volumes, I'm talking about these tools. So you can find them in the team page under files. And then the traditional, old school, whatever you want to call it, charts are inside eSuite. Okay. So, and then I'll upload Lachelle's hybrid, and you guys can use that. So that's the next thing I have. So I have my products, and then second, I have my charts, like my, whatever, both my charts, my projected volume. Okay. The next thing I have, so this is where my like Excel kind of crosses over. Okay. So I made a loyal customer database piece of paper. Well, I enroll a lot of customers. And so I was writing everybody down, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just taking me forever. Okay, it's going to open up Excel if I do that. All right, so this is what it looks like, okay? I'm going to show you my Excel version. If you, I enroll like 60 to 70 customers a month. And so for me to write 60 to 70 of them in here takes me too long. But if you don't do that, then this tool could work really well for you. So it just says source. What I mean by source is, where did you find them? Where is their information located? How do you get a hold of them? For me, it's cell phone, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or I have an old business page that I used to be able to like utilize until Facebook shut it down. And so I can't publish anything on it, but I still have like old clients and messages that I can go through. So I write the source down, like, where can I find this person? Okay. The next thing is, what day did they sign? Then their name, their ID number, where I placed them, what their original goal was. So was it weight loss, skincare, overall health, like just information that I can use. And then what was their signing order? So that very first order that they made, okay? I will show you my Excel version in just a second, but I don't want to overwhelm you with it, okay? So like I said, this is what the paper version looks like. So all these nice little boxes. The rest of this stuff.
The PDF one's up there too if you want to open it. It's a little higher. It's on top. It's higher. Go up.
Am I slow? Oh, there it is.
Teamwork.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks for paying attention. Cool. Okay, so this is the PDF version, yeah. All right, so you can see source, sign date, name, et cetera, et cetera. I put the first pick in here because it forces me to be like, oh yeah, I have to ask them for their before and after pictures. Like, we want to grow our personal customers before and afters. One, because I want to make sure they're using the product. If you ask them for a picture and they're like, oh, I don't have one, or oh, whatever. I'm like, girl, are you using the products? Like, don't you want to see your progress? Gives me that opportunity to open the door and be like, hey, this is what I need, right? Okay, so then auto ship AS2 is auto ship 2. Like, what's their second auto ship? Then their second picture, their third auto ship, their third picture. Do they continue their auto ship? Did I submit their before and after? How many perk points do they have? So like, when I'm going to do my customer retention power hour, I'm checking, because obviously I have to go to them to see like, oh, did I, you know, whatever, did I take their first pick? Like I can pretty much calculate their perk points because, you know, it's like 10%. So I write how many perk points they have. Now, is this person a potential distributor? And that kind of is case by case basis. So like, is this person getting like ridiculously good results? Did the person, I don't know, like, do you just feel good about them? You know, like this is that spot where I'm like, check, like I'm going to be like before their program's over, especially now that they can upgrade. That's like the spot that I check if I'm like, okay, this person's going to be absolute fire, especially if their before and afters were amazing. So this is in PDF version, and then I also have an Excel version. I created this about a month ago because I had, you guys are going to like, I'll give my husband anxiety when he sees this. Okay, this is what my notebook looks like, guys. Are you ready? Look, lots of highlighting, lots of people's names. It's a freaking shit show. And I was like, this is so unorganized. Like, I felt like I was organized, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm giving myself anxiety. So I made this to make it easier. So you guys, I have a ton of these printed out, which is silly because now I use them in Excel. So I'm going to show you my Excel version. And I'm going to explain why I like Excel. And then I know that there's a lot of people that don't know how to use Excel. So thank God this is recorded because I'm going to show you guys some really quick, easy stuff you can do in it. You can go back, rewind, do whatever, okay? All right, so here's Excel, my loyal customer database, okay? As you can see, I'm still filling it in because like I said, I just started like not too long ago, maybe like towards the end of April-ish. All right, so I like it in Excel because for one, I can sort things, format things, copy and paste things, like things can be easy, all right? So for instance, you're typing things in, right? Okay, see, like I'm working on making things very uniform because in order to sort, you need them to be uniform. Like the dates aren't uniform, then I can't do something. But anyways, so goal, it says what the goal is. So let's just say if we have a BOGO on anything weight loss related, I can then basically highlight, I can highlight my screen, my page, okay? And then you would go to custom sort, and you can literally pick any one of these columns to sort by. Why is this important? Because let's say you need to find customers, I need to find customers that are coming up on their third auto ship. Like I wanna make sure that I offer them additional product. I wanna make sure that I offer them whatever. Right now I'm working on copying my papered versions onto Excel because like I said, it took me some time to think of this. Also, another thing is you're working with somebody on their chart and they're like, Sally Sue Homemaker needs more volume. Like what customers can we reach out to? Whatever the case may be, right? Whether you're writing it in a notes section or you're writing it on their chart, I can sort by placement and I know what customers I place there. I can reach out to those customers very easily and I have all the info right there. Okay, yeah, you've been doing the metabolic burn. Like you really like it. Oh, well, guess what? We, have a BOGO right now on wraps. Like, would you like to add extra wraps to your kit, like to your next order, whatever the case may be. That's why I like it in Excel because I want information at my fingertips. Okay. So when you want to sort, make sure that you have the okay. Okay. The header, you want to make sure that you have, there we go. The header highlighted, all right? And then you're going to click My Data Has Headers. So this will tell you, all right, I want to organize by, like it says source right now, it's organized by where I find something. You can organize by the date in which you signed the person. You can do multiple types, like let's say signing date and then alphabetical, okay? You click okay, and it's gonna sort it for you. It's gonna do it for you. You can't do that on paper. So like, it was taking me a really long time to kind of go through, and then I found that I was like, forgetting that I wrote somebody, and so like things got all messed up and it just got all chaotic, like super chaotic. So this helps a lot. As you can see, it's not quite finished, but I have their ID number, I have what they're ordering. So you guys can sell. I sell a lot of probiotic, but that's good. And then it tells you like the customers, like, is this easy information to find, right? So that's why I like Excel. You can sort by placement. I do that a lot. Sort by the goal. I want to show you another trick. Let's say I want to find something, okay? Like I want to find anybody that used wraps. So you can highlight this whole thing, okay? You're gonna hit Control F and it's gonna give you find, all right? So if I wanna find anybody that's maybe done, I don't know, HSN, it's gonna pull up HSN. Let's say we have like a skincare BOGO or something going on, like that makes things really easy. Oh, okay, oh, you know what, we have a keto coffee going on, right? I'm gonna write keto. And it's gonna start finding everybody with keto. You can sort by goal and find it that way too. Or if you have someone that ordered multiple products, like so like greens. It's gonna find next. Like it's gonna find all the people on your whole screen that have ever purchased greens. So right now we have a greens BOGO going on. So that's the first, because my husband helps me out with this. So that's the first thing that he started to do is he's like, all right, I'm gonna go look at all the people who've ordered greens. And he just checked their account real quick. Like, was any of them orange greens? If they were orange greens, then he messaged them and said, hey, we got a BOGO going on for the large tub of greens. Like, I know this is a product that you ordered. Guys, this is time saving. I know it might take a quick second for you to kind of learn Excel, but we're in a business. So that means that we're always growing and we're always changing. We're always trying to find ways to make our life easier. So I know that some people on my team are having anxiety thinking about utilizing Excel, but I'm telling you guys, like, really use it if you can. So especially if you start, like, you don't need to be a crazy enroller for this to be beneficial, but it's definitely, for me, I definitely think it's beneficial. So that's my speech on the loyal customer database. If you guys have any questions about that, drop it in the chat and I will go over those. So this is another like tool once the person's signed that I use to keep my customer retention going and making sure that I stay on top of my customers. Okay, so this is like once they've already signed. So now you're probably wondering like, okay, how the hell do you sign all these people, Nicole? Organization. Everything leads back to organization, okay, everything. I'm moving towards my potential list. You guys don't know, for those of you who are not on our team, we do a letter of the day, and I feel as though your Facebook friends list is your potentials list, okay? So I exported mine, I put it in Excel, I let it, I use it to write notes. When was the last time I talked to them? Whatever, okay? It's the exact same thing as you printing it, but I use it for the same reason. There's no template for me to give you for that. All it is the person's name, because Facebook gives you the day that you became friends with them. So it's the person's name, the date I became friends with them, and then I basically just have a note section and I just write notes to myself. I can sort that alphabetically. I can sort it by the month I became friends with them. It makes life easy. I have nearly 5,000 friends. So I just started a purge and I've like gotten rid of maybe like 500 or 600 people that have just been sitting there for like years because I've had Facebook a long time. So I was able to sort it by the date. So for Facebook, I think that is the best way to keep up with your Facebook friends. I know that there's a way to download your followers, but if you have a question, don't unmute yourself. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. There, I don't have the problem. Okay, so I know there's a way to download your Instagram followers. I just haven't done it yet, but when I do, I will let you guys know. But for right now, all my Instagram people are on, I borrowed this from Lachelle's team, the Keeping Track of Potentials PDF. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. It's in our team page. Utilize it. Let me see. I really talking about organization here, and I have this stuff not labeled. Should label it like numbers 1 through whatever. Okay, so this is what I keep for like my Snapchat people and my, or my text message potentials, because I don't put them on my Facebook friends list, or my Instagram. And so it's super simple, like name, where you found them, source, follow up 1, 2, 3, 4, what are they interested in? It's just an easy way to keep track of who the heck you're talking to. As you see, there's 50 people on here. Like, look at how many pages I have. You guys, keeping track of who you're talking to alone grows your network, because I'm like, oh, well, I talked to this person, and then, oh, I started adding people from their friends list, and then, or from their Instagram list, or whatever the case may be, right? So yeah. And then as I sign them, I highlight. I like color coding things. So that's just me. I like color coding stuff. So like, for instance, this was a keeping track of potentials list from Instagram that I used last time. We did a potential party. And so I basically wrote down, instead of follow-up, I wrote party date, and I wrote the day that I invited them, like which opportunity event I invited them to. And so if they were yellow, that means that, you know what, I invited them, they accepted it, they came. If they were pink, then I invited them, but they never showed up. So it tells me like, okay, they were interested, I need to follow up with them, they never showed up, like, and it stands out. If they were like crossed yellow, obviously for this one, that's who I enrolled. So kind of gives you like an idea. And like this person at the bottom, pink, they joined another company. So it tells me like, that's the only way you're coming off my potential list. If you join with somebody else, you join another company, or like you fall off the face of the earth. Other than that, they're like potentials for life. Like, I will follow up until one of those 3 things happens, okay? So paper version for me, Instagram. I have a ton of empty blank ones of these in my binder. I also, because I wanted to save trees, I started doing it front to back. So I was like, man, I have so many potentials. So now one sheet is 100 potentials. So that just tells you, like, talk to more people, y'all. Talk to more people. Okay. So that's how I keep track of the people that I'm talking to. Like, especially for Instagram, here's a tip for Instagram. When you write their name, I write their handle next to it. And you'll notice on my loyal customer database, I started to do the same thing. Like, if they're from Instagram, I wrote their handle name, because I was like, oh crap, I was having a hard time finding them again. So try to leave yourself like breadcrumbs, you know, so that you can follow up with your people. It's super important. Staying in contact with customers, like that organization part, staying in contact with just potentials in general, staying in contact with people. So important. I feel like I'm going really fast. Hopefully I'm not. If you guys have questions about the keeping track of potentials, just drop them in the chat. And if I have any of my Diamond and Up leaders who can answer those questions, if you guys can man the chat and help me in that way, I would super, super appreciate it. Okay. I have 2 other sheets. I have no idea who we borrowed these ones from, but we're all one team of mission. We share our stuff. And this is also in the team page. So can I move this? Who does lots of, see, there's potential now. May I ask you what you do? Absolutely can. So I don't know about everybody, but I do lots of, okay, hold on. Okay. Yes, Sally. Oh crap, no, I can't unmute her.
It's me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. Also from Chantel. I'm telling you, she's goals.
Okay, sorry. Okay, these are also from Chantel that we borrowed. So we do lots of host to posts, and I'm like, man, I was telling the Diamond leaders, like, oh, I'm having a hard time keeping track of all these people. So we borrowed this also from Chantel, who clearly is amazing. And these are in our team page 2. Okay, paper version, Host-to-post hosts. So the people who agree to, this is for the people who agree to be a host for you, okay? Like, I know it sounds crazy because lots of people are like, tell me all the time. I do a ton of host-to-post on Instagram. Like, that's my jam. Look at my return rate, you guys. Like, this is just one host-to-post sheet that I did at the end of May. Like, most of my hosts are becoming customers or distributors. Like, I write on there, like, signed as a DT, signed as a DT. Like, I feel like it's because of this, because I'm organized with it, because I can, you know, pull them off of whatever. If I pull them from another, like if I pull them from my keeping track of potential sheet, I will literally cross them out of here. And I write in the notes, you know, host to post. They did a host to post because my host to post info's on there. Like, you'll see, like, I crossed them out. So this is like trying to like not have people written like 15 times in different places. So there's that. But this is pretty self-explanatory, I feel. It's the date in which the post happened, who the post host is. So who's the person who did the post for you. So like, for instance, on like May 4th, my friend Trinity did a post for Keto Coffee. She had, you know, 12 comments and 15 likes. I signed 6 customers from that. Literally, it's crazy. And then I write notes like potential PDT. Like, I wrote on there, like, basically my friend Trinity has no desire to be a customer, no desire. Well, that's not true. She has a desire because she wants free stuff, but that's okay. So she has no desire to be a distributor. And I wrote on there, like, cool. Like, she clearly, her friends list is a little nugget gold mine for me. And so I keep in contact with her. This allows me to do that. And I do my host post sheet by month. So like, I have one I just started for July. So I know the reason for my team, the reason I recommend you use this monthly is because we do that host to post giveaway at the end of the month. This is super easy for you just to be able to send me their names. When we post that thing on the team page and we're like, hey, who were the people that did it? Let's, you know, we're gonna put them all in a raffle. This is super easy. You don't gotta go thumbing through the boom to try to find who had, you know, the minimum of 2 comments. Like, you have this right here. So host to post hosts. This one I love. I love. I also, of course, love, I love all of it. I love organization things. We all have strengths and things that we really get excited about. I get excited about spreadsheets and organization and money. So, you know, okay, host to post potentials. Same thing, same general thing. So this was also my one from May. And so, actually, no, I lied. This is from April. So like 427, 424, clearly I wrote them out of order for whatever reason. So right here, you're gonna write the date that they became a potential. So like the date that they commented, the person's name, what product the post was about, who the original poster, what, like the person who hosted the post, whatever, you know what I mean? Did I send the message? Did they read the message? And then I write notes. So like, for instance, like this person, I wrote, had to friend request, did not respond, did not read. This person, I wrote, these people were all on Instagram. So I wrote their Instagram name, Insta, et cetera, so I could find them again. So I knew where to follow up again. So these two, if you guys do tons of host to posts, I would utilize the heck out of these. Like I said, I do them monthly. That's how I do it. I do it monthly. I go back to these posts, and sometimes like I'll go back and I'll add another before and after, like an updated one. Like I'll revive the post and bring it, especially when it got a lot of comments. Like I go back to my girlfriend Trinity's a lot because I just feel like it just people just pop out of nowhere and they just keep coming. So, and then I have the same thing for some people on Instagram. Like you can't post pictures. But what I do for Instagram is because I get a lot of likes there. And so I will follow that person. So I basically use the same thing. And instead of sent and receive, I basically, it's basically follow and comment. Like I follow them and then I send them their message and then I post in the comments like, hey, so-and-so, I messaged you. when I'm on Instagram, I rewrite all of the hosted posts to say like or comment. So if anybody were to ever come back at me and be like, why the hell are you following me? Or what the hell is this message for? I'm like, oh, it said like or comment and you liked it. That doesn't really happen to me very often. I think it's only happened to me twice. And I learned my lesson real fast. So that's why I do that. So post to post. This is how I keep track and stay organized with that. And I have tons of empty ones because, as you guys can tell, like I write kind of big. So this is some of the stuff that's in my binder. I also do a lot of expos. So I have a section of my binder that's dedicated to expos. So if any of you are expo people, I have my expo calendar just from like one of my expo companies. I have our lists of people that we talk to, and I just write on there, like it says, we designed our own, which if you guys do parties or expos or anything like that, you have a fit bar, anything, you guys can use this, super flippin' easy. It says the event, cell phone number, fit bar fave, you're setting them up, you're setting them straight up for, okay, you're setting them straight up for the loyal customer program. And then this particular event we did was a bridal show. So I wrote facial party next to it. Like, do they want a facial party? And they'd straight up like, these are the dates these people booked them. So I'm like, cool. All right, they booked this day, this day, this day. Like, we book out. So, and then some people wrote like if I cross them out, that means like I booked their party, they're off this list, they signed up as a customer, like whatever. But all this stuff is too, like the one that's in our team page is blank. It's just a blank like boxes so that you guys can make your own. Because this one has my website at the bottom of it. Because like I said, I do a lot of expos and I've literally had people take a picture of the website and then they just route it to my It Works one. So there's that. Okay, there's all my charts, keeping track of potentials. Okay, this is how I do. Okay, I wish I could like turn this thing. So many people ask me like, how's your binder set up? Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna turn my share screen off and I'm actually gonna go to the comments and I am gonna help with any of the questions because I feel like I kind of went really fast. So that way with charting will help me so much with promoting and a way to get my DTs back working. I'm assuming you mean Lachelle's way. So when Lachelle, I'll get the Ruby one from her and we'll add that one too. And then when she creates the emerald and the diamond, I will snag those as well and I'll upload them. Like I said, you guys can utilize whatever way that you want. I just want to make sure that we're utilizing something, okay? And so, okay, so this is a question for Lachelle. You have one and they have one and you just send pics. That's what it sounds like. It's similar to what I hope that you're doing with your team is that you want your chart to be identical to their chart. So like when you guys are communicating, like, all right, especially during like promo time, I know that you guys, we do that. Like, that's how you guys stay organized. It's constant communication. Whoever has the most success with their charting. I think we just chart differently. I don't, yeah. Okay. Can you share the chart with just the headers, not your customers, so we can build our own Excel sheet? The Excel sheet is in the team page. There is an Excel version. I know I should have brought my printer downstairs. Yes, please do. I need to get very organized. Okay. What do you give someone if they host a post? Okay, so you guys can do whatever you guys like is feasible for you guys. Me personally, I earned so many fit coins that I have fit 30s coming out my ears. So our team, if you guys do if you guys have people that do host a post for you and they have at least 2 comments, you know, you're dropping them in the Boom contest, or Justin's version of the Boom contest this month. And at the end of the month, like tomorrow, Araceli and I are going to take all the names that you guys submit. There's a post that says, hey, write a list of everybody that did a host post for you. And we will do one giant raffle. So when I'm asking people to do a host a post, I just straight tell them, hey, would you be willing to do this for me? You could be entered to win a product of your choice from our Fit 30 pack. And this way, there's no like guarantee for the customer, and there's no pressure on them either. Like in my experience, I've just had more success with it. So our team does one big giant raffle at the end. There's no requirement for them to have signed any customers because we end up having so many people entered that it works out really well. So I've just also found that we've been able to do a lot more host to post this way, but it's your personal preference. I personally wouldn't recommend sending a free product or like a free whole product or anything like that to everybody, because we're not in the business of losing money. Like I don't want you guys I just don't want you guys to do that. So, okay. So in order to be in the raffle, they have to have a minimum of 2 comments. In order to be in the Boom, they have to have a minimum of 2 comments. That's just the Boom. When we do the raffle, do all the people entered see the video? Just curious, because someone on my list complained about not seeing it. Okay. My page is public, so I tag you guys all in it, and you guys tag your people or add your people or invite them. Okay. Thank God I had a friend. Yes, the expo sheet is also on the team page as well. It's just blank. You guys can put it straight into Microsoft Word, and you can add word art to it. So this way, I like things that are interchangeable. So like you can use that same sign-in sheet for parties, for expos, depends on what the expo is. Like I just wanted to show you which one I use because, yeah. Aunt Julie, I will message you. Okay, cool. I have you know what? I completely forgot to show you guys. Hold on one second. Oops, I have customers sending me before and after pictures. Like I don't want their bodies all up on the, okay. Okay. I have a distributor tracker too. I completely forgot. I don't know how I completely forgot, but I do have a distributor tracker because I like to track things. Okay, here is I don't know why there's one yellow box, but okay. Okay, new distributor tracker. This is my new distributor tracker. I put it in our team page. This goes specifically based off of our new distributor video, okay? So if you're not in our team page and you don't use our new distributor video, you're probably gonna be like, okay, I'm confused. But this is what I do. All right, so I write their, I have the Excel version because like I said, it's easier for me and I can sort it, but I have a printed version for you guys. The Excel version is also in the team page. Okay, so name, ID number, when they enrolled, where did I place them? Did I send them the DT video? Okay, then these next few things are things that like they have to do in the video. It tells them like their tax form. Did they actually do their tax form? If you're a diamond and up, and you have a match bonus, like you're not going to be paid on their match if they're on commission hold. So you want to make sure that they take their tax form off, like they need to do it. Then did I announce them on Facebook? Did I announce them did I announce them on Facebook and the team page? Basically, were they announced? Did they get introduced to the world as they just joined the Good Life team? Did they get team page? Did they get added to the team page? These are just check marks. Did they get added to a diamond chat? So this is important because we utilize the diamond chats so much, especially we're going to be using them even more. And I need them to have, we all need you guys to have those sideline relationships. And so I need to make sure that I don't forget because, you know, a lot of my brain's in 500 places that I added them. And then albums. So if you're on our team, if you're not on our team, okay, if you're not on our team, I have them create albums in their phone. And I basically, I have a before and after album. I have a, oops, there we go. I have a before and after album and a lifestyle album and a host to post album. So like I have my albums right here. So like here we go, host to post, lifestyle, and then I have my It Works before and after one, okay? The reason for that is because I want the new distributors to have easy access to easy information super, super fast. So like before they even start messaging people, I'm like, hey, I just need you to spend like 2.5 seconds, create at least 2 albums, one for like lifestyle stuff, and that's like really like selfies that they really like. That's going to be for like pictures, like when they take pictures with the Blitz card, when they like whatever it is that they do. Okay. And then I want them to go into the team page and pull before and afters off of the albums. Okay. So Jacqueline was kind enough, oops, there we go. Sorry. Jacqueline was kind enough to start going through our photos. She went through our albums and she started to make separate ones to help you guys find things quicker and easier, okay? So we have like our keto album. We have like 16 albums right now. Body, lifestyle, skincare, male before and afters. Like this makes it easy for people to find things. You guys don't have to create all of these albums in your phone. I usually tell people you just need a before and afters one and like a lifestyle one. But it's easy to find them if you go to the team page, you go to albums, okay? So like you guys can see, we do have a few templates, but you can see like Keto Works, Hair, Skin, and Nails. We're still working on breaking up this corporate before and after one, right? The Wrap, Fit 15, sorry. It's like right now, there's a Fit 15 special going on. Y'all should be pulling from the Fit 15 album and sending these before and afters. There's no excuse. You have them right there on your fingertips, like they're literally right there. So there's that. So that's something that I do that, I think makes things easier. Like I like people to be organized, makes things simple. The next thing is, did they do their Power Hour doc? Like, do they have the Power Hour document? Have I talked to them about it? If I check that off, that means that yes, they downloaded it. The Power Hour document for our team, super important. That's literally how we run our entire business. We work in short bursts of time because we're all busy. Like we're all busy. So the next thing is their LC 72-hour message. So we all want everybody to help get their first 4 loyal customers. So once they've done these things right here, these things all are done in like, I don't know, an hour. So then the next biggest thing that they do is creating, we're going to do this 72-hour LC messaging. And this, the LC message and the PDT PLC list, they overlap each other. Because in order to do the 72-hour LC challenge, you got to write 30 people's names down. Well, then I'm teaching them how to start their hundreds list. And that's all. This part right here is the first part of the Power Hour doc. You see how this stuff all layers on top of each other? Like, that's the beauty about organization. Like, it just builds. It's like a foundation, you know? Just like builds on top of each other. So once we're done with that, we have 72 hours. We're working on that. We're working on messaging. They're showing me screenshots. They're showing screenshots of their diamond chat if I'm not available. Like we're like, hey, who'd you talk to? Hey, do you need help with anything? Hey, what did this person say? What responses? Sometimes I'm doing FaceTimes with them to be like, no, it's cool. You say this or say that, or you're helping them along. Okay. That's super important. You want to be there like the first week that someone's a distributor. Super, super important. Okay. The next thing, I want to help them print their friends list. Some people, like I said, if they're great with it, if they're good with Excel, even if they have like semi-okay Excel skills, I tell them to keep their friends list in Excel. I will walk you through how to export it, copy it, do all that stuff. If they are not, and I can tell right off the bat that's, or if you personally are not an Excel person, then just print it, okay? Then I have them set themselves a schedule, something realistic. How much time can you dedicate to this business? Some people set reminders in their phones. Some people set alarms. Some people touch base with me. They're like, hey, I'm going to do my Power Hour now. Or, hey, I have 30 minutes before my kids, whatever. I want our new teammates, our vets who are stuck in our ways, really think about, okay, this is what my day looks like. Like generally I can dedicate 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours to my business. Maybe I can only dedicate 1 on certain days. So it just depends, but being realistic up front, super, super important. Okay. And then my must-have posts. This, I work with them on this tracker pretty much for their first month. Like I'm checking things off for the first month. Their must-have posts. It's also in our distributor training. I talk about it in the Power Hour doc. Your must-have post, your why. Why did you join this business? Why the hell are you here? Like, did you just see some random crazy woman on Facebook? Because I have a few that are like that. Did you start because you lost your job? I started because I lost my job. Did you start because you're paycheck to paycheck? Like, I want you to sit down and really like think about that. Your story, your why is going to grow. First post, must have to have it. Second post, what are your goals? What is it you want to do? I think it's super, super important when somebody first starts right out the gate to help them find their goals. Like, what is it that you want? Did you join the business to make more friends? Did you join the business because you need money right now? Do you need that $5,000 bonus? Like, that's a must-have post. When people tell me, I don't know what to post about, go post about your goals. Well, I don't know what to post about. Go post about your why. And when you have those at your fingertips, it's easy to get it out. Post it with a selfie. Go take your favorite selfie and go post that. So this is my new distributor tracking and what I utilize. This is in our team page. And if you're diamond and up, then you have a cab. If you're not diamond enough, then you would ignore that column. But I check to make sure I got paid my fast start. Because that is a crucial part of the business, a part of our comp plan, I should say. So I check mark, did I get paid up for my fast start? Did I get paid for my cab? So this is how I keep track of my new distributors once they enroll. My potential distributors get tracked the same way as my potential customers do. If they're on Facebook, they're from my friends list. If they're on Instagram, they're on the paper. So once they sign it, I think it's a little bit easier to keep track of our new distributors because I don't need to have like, I don't know, I don't need to have like multiple, I guess there's really only one sheet, but this is what I use, okay? So hopefully that answered that question. I hope so. Okay, cool. All right, the fun part, how do you make a Boss Babe binder or whatever you guys want to call it? Like, how do you make one? Okay, first things first. You guys need sheet protectors. So I'm going to make one with you. Okay, you need a pocket pouch. Pocket pouch. Okay, I love this thing. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, pocket pouch. So in my pocket pouch, I have plenty of pens, pencils, extra lead, erasers. Like, I feel like I'm going to school, right? And then I have like some sticky note, like little sticky notes, flags in here. I have my highlighters. Like, this comes with me all the time. It's my handy dandy pencil pouch. Okay, one of my sleeves, so this is out of order because my husband was helping me, but I have all of my blanks because if I'm in a hurry and I need to just write something down, I want to be able to whip out my blanks, okay? So I have all my host to post blanks, okay? My host to post blanks. Oops, I got there we go. My loyal customer blanks. Like I said, if I don't have time, I got to write them on here that I'm good to go. For me, most of the time, for the Excel version, when I'm signing them up, I'm copying and pasting their name and I'm putting it straight into that Excel sheet. So like I'm literally already at the computer. I like it that way because it's a lot easier. So like at the end of the month last month, like if we look at my loyal customer database, let's see. At the end of the month last month, on the 30th of June, I signed 29 customers. If I had to go back and find those customers today, I'd be super mad at myself. But because when I was sitting here signing them, I just copy pasted it. It makes it so easy. I wrote their sign date, their name, like their ID, everything right away. So like it's done immediately for you right then and there, okay? So if you're using Excel, do it at the same time. It's gonna make your life easier, all right? Okay, so I have my blanks and my loyal customer. Okay, hold on one second. My son was coming in to check in. Okay, sorry, sorry. Brayden. Okay, all right, I have my steps to success. And then behind my steps to success, because I have a new blank one every month, okay? And like I said, I tell myself, like, I have to fill out a minimum of 1 step to success every single month. Okay. Like it has to happen. So it's right there, my blank one. I'm going to use that. Behind my blank one are all of my originals. So if I need to make copies, I have all my originals. And it's the originals of all my charts, the originals of my keeping track of potentials, of my host to post stuff. It's like all the originals. So like if I need to go make copies real quick, I can. Okay. Then because I'm using, I'm probably going to condense down because I hate killing paper. So I'm probably going to replace some of these with, with the combined one. I have my keeping track of potential blanks because I have a lot of those. I use those a lot. Yes, Brayden. All right. Then next, I'm going to have all of my projected volumes because I'm going to use these first because I'm usually trying to help people project their volumes. So this is just my order. So I have copies, plenty of copies. I do the projected volume ones up to Emerald because I'm still getting used to it and I'm old fashioned and I really like these charts. And then I have blanks of all of the charts. Like I have a bunch of extra triples, a bunch of extra doubles, because you guys have some seriously amazing goals and I want to keep up with you guys, right? I have a crap ton of diamond. Diamond, because so many want that 2,000. We want to change our lives. Like it hit Essex out. And then I got Emerald because we got people going for the $5,000 bonus. And then I got my Ruby. So these are all blanks, okay? Because I'm going to be writing in it. Doing stuff with it, fun stuff. Then the next thing I do is so if you're going, I know I see some people on here, like I know you guys are going for double, triple, and if you guys are on other teams, like people going diamond, whatever, this is just how I organize. So I organize based on my legs. So I have, 5 legs on my top line, actually 6. And so I organize based on that. So like I labeled them like Justin's presidential. I have the blank chart that he's going for. Once he's charted, I'll fill it all out in pen. I have the blank chart that he's working on right now. And then I have all of the charts of the people, like the chart that he was using last month. All right. And so this is all the charts of everybody on the inside is all the charts of everyone that made up that double. Okay. And I have a working copy of his next promotion. And I basically do the same thing. Okay. So the next is like Caroline. She's going triple. Same thing. I have her blank one. And then I have everybody behind her. Like I have everyone. You guys don't think I keep track, y'all. I keep track. I'm keeping track of what the heck y'all are doing. Okay. So I have everybody. So every leg has their own. You guys do the same thing. You're going diamond, then you should have your emeralds, and you be in contact with the person going emerald. You be in contact with the person going ruby. Because I'm telling you, you start instilling that now, that organization is going to keep going. So I have all my legs. I have everyone. Okay. Like I said, y'all think I'm not keeping track of you guys, but I am. Okay. All right. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I also obviously have a sleeve with all of my potential customers, all of my expo sheets that haven't been entered. So, and it's all in one nice binder. Like I have obviously a little bit of a bigger one. I started out with 1 inch and it grew very fast. So there are some things that you can see that I use in Excel that's going to save me a lot more time. There are some things that I use for my binder. And it just depends on what your guys' preference is. But regardless of what your preference is, the most important thing is that you have an organization system. Everyone's is going to be different. Yours is not going to necessarily look like mine. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of organization. I also carry, I do talk about this quite a bit. I carry 2 separate notebooks too to write in. This one is my team notebook. I've had conversations with you guys like checklists. Like this one, for instance, like I was talking to Jacqueline about her next promotion, and I'm like, okay, everything Jacqueline's telling me, like, all right, I want to do this, this, and this. I'm writing it down. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm like, all right, I got to make notes. Like, she's talking to this person. She said she's had this many potentials. She's inviting this many people. Like, I am keeping track. So this is my team notebook. I also have my Instagram research in here. So for those of you who are in our Instagram bootcamp, I have all my research because I'm utilizing it and I'm using it. For all of you guys that are doing the mentorship program, I wrote all your guys' stuff here. I got you. Okay, who's going for Ruby? Who's going for Emerald? Who's going for Diamond? Double, triple? Who's shooting for Prez? So I have my team notebook, okay, where I'm like doodling notes where thoughts just come to me and I'm like, ooh, I gotta talk to this person about that. And then remember I said I had those little like sticky notes and I just like sticky note it. And then I have this one. And I know that some people have made like, it's so crazy. This is my like, what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm drawing a blank right now. Basically like seeing is believing type thing. I usually start writing in this again towards like last month I did at the beginning of the month. But I believe that what you put out into the world is what's going to happen. And so usually, like, even though I haven't been necessarily the one promoting, you guys are. And so I feel like every month has been a push month, like every month. And I'm like, okay, I need to let these come into fruition for me. So starting, and I think this is April. In April, I did something. I wrote down all of the customers that were like, that I thought were really solid potentials. I had 27 of them. This was like the last, I don't know, I think like 3 or 4 days a month, right? I wrote my top 27 potentials. I wrote next to them the type of product that we had been talking about that I thought that they really needed. And I wrote down what their estimated cost was going to be because I want to be able to get back to them super fast. So like for instance, Lydia, she wanted to do wraps and I wrote down what her out of door like amount was going to be. And then what the BV was, and then what, like where I would like to put her. This, you guys, was obviously before I made my customer database, but I still do this. And the reason for that is because I've been praying on it. Like literally, I carry this book around and at night before I go to bed, I literally pray on the people that are both in my charts, like, or written on my potential list, but I pray with my notebook. And what I have noticed is as the months have gone on and the more organized I have been and the more I have really looked at my potentials list and really like drew out, it was like names just jumped out at me. And the names that jump out at me are the ones that go on these lists. I don't know what you want to call it, but like for instance, I had people that were all like canceled. I wrote, my re-enrolls and I prayed on them too. And I said, you know what, the customers I need to reach out to, just let their name jump out at me. And I went through all my customer potential list and the names that just jumped out at me. It was like, I was like, okay, this is, whatever, God telling me I need to talk to these people like right now. I wrote them down. If they crossed out, they signed. Look at all of these people. Okay. Seeing is believing, but being organized is also believing. Like being organized, super organized. Same thing with all of like the potential distributors that I was like, you know what, I need to pray on it. Like I prayed over my potential list and I just like the names that need to jump out at me, that I need to speak to, that I need to invite to this event. Because when I'm doing an event, I don't invite everybody because I can't get back to everyone. I have a potential list that's like 500 people. I can't get back to everybody. So I'm like, all right, who jumps out at me? Who are the people that I need to send to this event? I wrote, this was for May 9th, the May 9th event. I wrote their names down. They were invited. Did they accept? These are the people that I'm like, okay, it's like God was calling me to them. So I did that. I think I got all their names. And my Instagram people. All right. And then I did the same thing. My potential loyal customers for May. This was my May sheet. You guys, I just want to show you something. So in April, the end of April, I did the same activity, 25 out of the 27 signed. May 28th, I created this same list. Prayed over my chart, prayed over my potentials, the names that jumped out at me, I wrote on this piece of paper, all right? I wrote the same thing, I wrote their name, I wrote the BB, that of the program, of the package that I thought was best for them, okay? The package I thought was best for them. The first girl, I wrote, 110 BB, I wrote exactly what it is that she needed, and where I, as far as like distributor goes, needed that particular volume. I had 48 names written on this list, and I believe 10 of them did not sign. I wrote that on May 28th. Okay, this was June. In June, I challenged myself. I wrote 60 names on here, and let's see, of the 60 names, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people did not sign. Do you know how powerful that is? That is crazy. Prayed over it. I wrote them down. I wrote down the program that I thought was best for them. I stayed organized. I stayed following up with them because they were in front of my face all the time. Because I was like, this name jumped out at me. This person needs these products. And so I just like, the confidence is there. So I know this is like an organization Zoom, but I feel like this goes into that. It's really hard for me. Maybe it's just me, but it's super hard for me to be able to accomplish, I think, some of the things that I've been able to do if I wasn't organized. So yeah, out of 60 customers I wrote down, like I said, like 4 of them did not sign. And we're talking like, people had 90 BV, 60 BV, 62, 101, 54, 90 again, 130, 155, 130 again, 54, 54. So visualization, staying organized. If I didn't have this information on my customer list, like if I didn't stay up following up with them, if I didn't write down what my notes were, I couldn't build them a package, So same thing with my distributors. Last month I wrote 30 names of people that jumped out on my potential list, of people that I just were like, I felt like needed the business, not just needed the business, but I connected with. 17 of the 30 people joined our team, and quite a few of them are on right now. And the rest are gonna watch the recording. So my point is that it's really hard to accomplish a miracle without being organized. So just because your organization might not look like mine, that's totally fine, but you need to be organized. Find an organizational tool some way, somehow, okay? I know this has been kind of long, and I apologize for that. I think my organization method is a little bit intense, and so I wanted to be able to answer everybody's questions. So I'm gonna leave the recording on. Any questions you have, now is the time to ask, because you will be able to go back and rewind and watch it again. Dude, y'all, mom life to the extreme. Okay, making myself a binder, yay. Okay, if you're brand new, the Instagram boot, you message me after this, and I'll talk to you about the Instagram boot camp. It's kind of intense, and we're like about halfway through. But if you want to kind of poke in and look at it, you most absolutely can. Just know that it's intense, and yeah. And y'all, my eyebrows are what do you call it? What's the thing? Microbladed. But thank you. Anyone have any other questions, comments, concerns? Do you have grievances? I don't want to know those. I'm just kidding. Okay, Jasmine, I'll message you after this for that question. Cool. Okay. Yay! Okay. I love my binder. I do. I really love my binder. I also really love Excel. So I like both. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna, like I said, if you guys need anything, let me know.